AITA for refusing to reconcile with my parents after they publicly took my ex's side in our divorce. I'm a man in my mid-30s, and until my divorce, I genuinely believed my parents would always have my back. I wasn't naive enough to think they'd blindly agree with everything I did, but I assumed loyalty was a given. I was wrong. Painfully, publicly, and irreversibly wrong. I married my ex-wife, Jenna, when I was 28. We'd been together for 5 years before that, and on the surface, we looked like the perfect couple. Good jobs, nice apartment, family dinners, holidays together, the whole picture. My parents adored her. My mom used to say, "I finally got the daughter I always wanted," which I brushed off as harmless at the time. Looking back, that sentence feels like a warning label I ignored. The cracks in our marriage didn't show overnight. They crept in slowly. Jenna was controlling in subtle ways at first, criticizing my tone, my friends, how often I visited my parents versus hers, how I spent money I earned. If I pushed back, she'd cry and accuse me of not loving her enough. Therapy was suggested. We went. It helped briefly, then things slid back to where they were. Eventually, the arguments stopped being private. She'd bring them up at family gatherings, framing them as jokes. "Oh, he's so forgetful," or "he gets moody when I ask for help." People laughed. I smiled. Inside, I shrank. The breaking point came when I found out she'd been emotionally involved with a coworker. She insisted it wasn't cheating. "Nothing physical happened," she said, as if that erased months of lies, secrecy, and intimacy with someone else. When I said I wanted a divorce, she told me I was overreacting. When I didn't back down, she went nuclear. Jenna controlled the narrative before I even knew there was a war. She called my parents first. She told them I was abandoning her, that I was unstable, that I'd changed. She cried. She said she was blindsided. By the time I sat down with my parents to explain my side, they were already defensive of her. My mom said, "Marriage takes work. You don't just quit." My dad asked if I was sure I wasn't misinterpreting things. When I mentioned the coworker, my mom waved it off. "People get close at work. That doesn't mean anything." The divorce itself was messy. Not legally catastrophic, but emotionally brutal. Jenna posted vague but pointed things on social media about betrayal and heartbreak. My parents liked her posts, commented supportive things. My mom even shared one. I wish I was exaggerating. I'm not. Then came the day that broke something in me permanently. At a family gathering, when I almost didn't attend, my parents stood up and made a speech. They talked about supporting family during hard times. Then my mom said she wanted to publicly acknowledge Jenna, who was present, for being so strong and handling everything with grace. She hugged her, in front of everyone. People clapped. I felt like the floor dropped out from under me. Later that night, I confronted my parents privately. I asked them how they could do that to me. My mom said, "We're staying neutral." My dad said, "We don't want to lose her. She's family too." I asked where that left me. My mom replied, "You're being sensitive." That was the moment I realized neutrality is a lie people tell themselves when they read choosing the side that feels easier. After the divorce was finalized, my parents continued inviting Jenna to events, holidays, birthdays, casual dinners. They told me I was always welcome too, like that made it okay. I stopped going. Each time I declined, they acted confused, hurt, offended. "Why are you doing this?" they'd ask, as if they hadn't already answered that question themselves. Eventually, I told them I needed space. Real space. I stopped calling. I muted family group chats. I focused on rebuilding my life. Therapy, gym, friends who actually listened. Slowly, I started to feel like myself again. That's when my parents decided it was time to reconcile. They invited me over and said they wanted to move past everything. My mom said, "We can't change the past, but we're still your parents." I asked if they were still in contact with Jenna. Silence. My dad finally said yes, but that it didn't matter anymore. I asked if they'd ever acknowledge how deeply they hurt me. My mom said, "We did what we thought was right." No apology, no accountability, just an expectation that I should swallow it and come back. I told them I wasn't ready, and maybe never would be. That if reconciliation meant pretending their betrayal didn't happen, I couldn't do it. My mom cried. My dad said I was holding grudges. Extended family started reaching out, telling me life was short. Parents don't live forever. Forgiveness is important. What no one seemed to care about was that I was the one abandoned first. It's been over a year now. My parents still occasionally message me, acting like time alone should fix everything. They say they miss me. I believe them. But missing someone isn't the same as respecting them. I'm not trying to punish them. I'm protecting myself. So here I am, asking strangers because my own family refuses to see it clearly. AITA for refusing to reconcile with my parents after they publicly took my ex's side in our divorce. Thanks for watching. Tap like and subscribe if you're into wild Reddit drama. Speech Balloon got an opinion? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you would have done.